The closeout. No Porzingis, no problem. Boston Celtics get the job done at home at the Garden. Let's get right to it. Celtics Nation, stand up, make some noise, get the sounds going. That's right, the Boston Celtics close out round one of the NBA playoffs by defeating the Miami Heat. Woo! All I saw tonight was a lot of
He's on fire!
That's all I was getting tonight, man. It's good, man. Congratulations to the Boston Celtics. They get the job done. They return home. They get the job done. I think that's what's most important, right? They came out firing on all cylinders. There were so many things to take away from this game. We had the goods, we had the bads, no uglies tonight, other than the simple fact we're dealing with the injury to KP. Peachy, what's going on? She says, congratulations to Breezie and the Celtics. I appreciate you, Peachy. Man, look, it feels real good. It feels real good. There go the slow poke. I see him in behind the stage. You know I'm going to talk trash because he late. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand. What, you got the COVID over there? What's going on, bro?
No, I got COVID, man. I'm good. What's up, man?
Nah, man, I'm chilling, man. I was just trying to figure out, like, was I going dolo solo, or is you going drunk?
No, I'm gonna keep it a whole stack, yo. But at the end of the game, I dozed off. That shit was boring as hell. Like I dozed off, yo. I'm gonna keep it a whole stack.
Listen, man, don't listen. Sometimes the game's gonna be close where it's tense all game, and sometimes the game gonna be a little boring, you know. But listen, man, like my initial reaction was I can do and edit football film while watching the game. Like that's how this game was for me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how you feeling, man? Celtics, I mean, they tear the house down. They get the job done. Like, what's your initial thoughts?
Listen. I think we're good. I think we're amazing, and I think that I don't know how to say it without sounding morbid, but like a lot of things get exposed and a lot of things get revealed through what we perceive to be turmoil. Porzingis going down, you get a chance to look at how we forgot how dominant Al Horford could actually be. How he moves his body, how he positions himself in the right position. I mean, he plays very, very good defense, and that was one of my takeaways tonight. I think that tonight we saw who the Celtics are. I mean, we talk a lot of trash, but we're just too good, man. We're just too good.
Yeah, look. I'm not gonna say. Look, just keep it a buck. Since you keep it in the stack, I'm gonna keep it a buck too.
I have to.
You kept it 1,000. I mean, we was playing a handicap team. You know what I mean? So, like at the end of the day,
we got Porzingis. We handicap too.
Okay.
It's not the same thing though.
It's definitely not the same. It's definitely not the same thing. But you know what? Shout out to the Miami Heat. Shout out to their fans. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all. But y'all going home. You know what I'm saying?
Home, and I know you. You know, we take the high road and we're trying to be better men, but y'all sent us home last year. So
last year was way more competitive. Like I really wish Jimmy Butler wasn't injured because I really wanted, like I feel like the Celtics were ready to come out with a vengeance, and they didn't need it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they dominated game one. They couldn't. The Miami Heat was hot in game two. They just couldn't.
What was it, like 60% or something ridiculous?
From the three.
I
think it was 60. Yeah. It was over 60% from the three.
Yeah, like what the hell? What do you do with that?
I don't know.
In that game.
Well, you got to shoot 65% from the three. Like you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they won by 11 in that game, if I'm not mistaken. But then Boston kind of was like on some type of cruise control. Look, I'm not saying it was straight up handicap. We were missing the top player. They were missing their best player. All right. I'll leave it at that. But this is what was dope to me, man. Everyone scored tonight. Efficiency was on a whole nother level. We're going to break that down. But before we do that, low underscore the _truth 81. Yo, Breezy, who you think y'all gonna see in the conference finals? Cliff, who you think you gonna see? Who we gonna see in the conference finals? Not who you want, but who you think we're going to see in the conference finals?
The Knicks.
Yeah,
I think it's the Knicks.
I don't know, bro. They couldn't close out last night against Philly, and they had me scratching my head like,
yeah,
are they running out of octane?
No, they just the Knicks. I mean, and we putting it where the ghost can get it. They just the Knicks, dog. That's all that is.
How did you just say that? Nah, they just the Knicks.
They just the Knicks.
So all right. So the Knicks, if they beat Philly, they got to play the winner out of the Bucks. Who the Bucks playing? The Pacers.
The Bucks in the past. That's over. That's a wrap.
With the Bucks, I mean, Lillard injured. We don't know what's going on with Giannis. Who you got winning? Oh, okay. So you got Pacers winning that series?
Yeah, they were there. There's 3-1. What is it? Was it 3-1 or 3-2? Was it? It's 3-1, right?
3-1, right?
Yeah, that's over. That's over tomorrow night.
All right. So, I mean, am I the only one that think the Pacers could beat the Knicks?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
You are the only one. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I want to see the Knicks though. The reason why I think we're gonna play the Knicks is because they tough, but they still inexperienced. And I think that would be great for Eastern Conference basketball.
I watched the game when I told you I hate Brunson. I watched that game and I'm telling you, brother, like, nah, man.
He built different, bro.
It was a bad matchup for us. He put your little ass alive, like tore his little ass up.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, bro. But I do want to see it. Because I don't think they can handle us full blown. Let's talk about, before we get into some of these stats and kind of break this game down, what we saw. I told you that the efficiency was on like level 100 and everybody scored. I mean, we talking down to the did not plays. The only two did not plays were Quetta and Jordan Walsh, our rookie. And even
beautiful.
Even O'Shea Brissett came in with 2 bangers at the end of the game, kind of like Jaylen Brown dunks. You had Xavier Old Man Tillman come in and get you a basket. Jaden Springer came in and got you a basket. I'm sorry. Only one Celtic player that got in didn't score, and that was Mihailik. My bad, Mihailik. Yeah, he didn't get a bucket. It's all good, but he did come in. Luke Cornett, Hauser. Let's start right there because I'm tired of getting these private messages from you talking about how Sam Hauser is trash.
I didn't say he was trash. I never said that.
What you say then? Because that's what you were insinuating.
I didn't insinuate anything. I just said he's not hitting. He's not hitting with the efficiency in which he was hitting and doing the regular season.
Bro, he went 6 for 10, 5 for 8 from the 3, and finished with 17 points.
Yeah, but the 4 that he missed was wide open. They was uncontested. He was supposed to be 10.
So maybe he can only shoot contested shots, bro.
Okay, all right. I can't argue with you. No,
you can argue with me. I'm just saying.
Looking at it. I'm just looking at him.
You gotta. It's a full game when it comes to shooters. It's a full game, so you gotta. It's not like he was off. He had a dunk. Sam Hauser,
that was that 2-hand off the baseboard.
I know white boys can jump like that, dog, with 2 hands.
He's light skin, like he look like boiled chicken. He white.
Yo, you know what I found out, and I didn't notice that him and Tyler Hero are both from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And so like I think he showed up, Tyler Hero, on tonight. Like I think he showed up. No,
because you know why? Because Tyler Hero's a starter.
And he's a star too, yeah.
And Tyler Hero's a star, and Tyler Hero's in that second game. Tyler Hero gave us that work. Hauser's not. Hauser ain't even in the same atmosphere as Hero. I'm just gonna keep it.
I was never gonna put him there, but if you ask me who was the best player, who was the better player on the court between Tyler Hero or Sam Hauser, I would say
tonight.
Yeah, tonight,
Oh,
just tonight.
just tonight. Yeah.
Just tonight. I mean, he had his night. Peyton Pritchard came in, went 2 for 8, 0 for 3 from the 3. Finished with 7 points. Let's talk about Peyton Pritchard. We'll go each player, man. Like, I just think we talk about it every freaking episode, and it's just a bad matchup. This just wasn't the series.
He has a calling card. He takes the ball down low. You know you're not going to try to score. He takes the ball down low. He just does it on every play. Like I mean that's his MO. Like it's like he's got to go down to the paint to come back up and then get into his rhythm, or I don't know what it is. But he always try. I don't get it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, what is he trying to get off from, from this series? Because if the matchup is spot on, if the matchup is good for him, he gets off. I think the size is screwing with him, and he's gonna have to deal with size his whole life. But for some reason, the length, maybe that's the better choice of words, is affecting his game.
Because he's being game planned for a little bit, I think. He's being game planned for. A lot of, you ever notice, like a quarterback, for instance, when the star goes down and most of the time
the backups come in and
a great game.
Game.
They haven't planned for him.
Got you.
And I think they're ready for him this time because he did a lot of damage for a little dude. He got a lot of rebounds and he scored a lot of points in the paint. That's on the scouting report. And
interesting.
And I think Sports was like, oh, he's not doing that to us.
Interesting.
Yeah.
He did finish with 3 rebounds, 3 assists as well. And he also had a turnover. We're going to talk about those turnovers. I know it's only 14, but they just be weird. Let's go to Drew Holiday. This is the one that couldn't just get, he can't really get going, but it's the first time he hit double digits. And did you hear Stan Van Gundy take our talk about Drew Holiday? Did you hear what Stan Van Gundy had to say about Drew Holiday? I'm just curious to know if you were listening to Stan, because we don't really listen to him.
I don't. I was gonna send you a text, tell Stan Van Gundy to take. Never mind. But he was riding us a little bit. He was riding. I don't want his congratulations because he talked too much about us.
Yeah, like it was weird to hear him say, yeah, the Celtics are playing. They're playing this type of basketball, and it's way more efficient than they normally are today. Like, it just was weird. Like, just shut up. Like, but he did say this about Drew. He said that Drew had to step back his role a bit when he playing on the team with a bunch of stars. He's not asked to score. I wonder where he got that from, because I know we talked about that the past 3 episodes. About Drew just taking a step back and doing all the dirty work, the intangible stuff. He went 3 for 5. He shot 60% from the floor, 2 for 4 from the 3, 50% from the 3. He had a couple of free throws he made, but he had 6 rebounds in this game, bro. 3 offensive, 3 defensive. He also led the team in assists again. So every game he's probably been leading the team in assists. And he finished with 10 points, and he also had a steal.
He played more minutes than everybody else too.
Oh, he did play more minutes. Do you think his minutes went up because Porzingis was out? I know it doesn't make sense, but
his minutes went up because of Porzingis and because of Pritchard's ineffectiveness. I think that has something to do with it too.
Interesting. All right. We got a quick question. Speaking of Porzingis, who is set to miss. So according to Coach Mazzulla, they're gonna let him rest this week. They're gonna reevaluate him next week, and they're gonna see what the dealio is. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna see where he is, pain tolerance and everything. But he wants to know: Are we worried about Porzingis' calf injury? Do you think it might lead to an Achilles tear like KD back in the day? Cliff,
well, KD, they made KD play like a day later or 2 days later. I mean, Porzingis is going to get rest. Like, they're not gonna, you know what I mean? KD came back and played like a day or 2 later, so that was different.
So we talked a little bit about Porzingis off the air. Let's talk about him on the air now.
Okay.
Is he too fragile?
Yep.
To play? Okay.
Yep, he's too fragile. I told you we need to let him walk. We're not going to be able. We're not going to be able. It's going to be hard to replace Horford's contribution, but we need to let Porzingis walk. He's too fragile, man. It's aggravating actually.
And he's been dealing with injuries like since he's been in the league, like you know what I mean. And so I get it. Knicks, Mavericks,
Yep.
the Wizards. I think now us, right?
Yep.
I thought they got him through the regular season. He did miss some games in the regular season. I thought he got through that. I think playing certain teams like the Knicks, where they got the double bigs, you're gonna need Porzingis out there, bro. You're gonna need him stretching the defense out and forcing Mitchell to come. Not Mitchell.
He got to be out there though.
I know, but if that's the conference finals, you know what I'm saying? Whether we play the Knicks or the Pacers in the conference finals, they got bigs.
No, I get you, but like I said, Porzingis is your best ability is availability, and he's just never there when we need him, man.
It's yeah, man. I don't know. Like I'm a little concerned about the calf injury because, like you said, if his best ability is availability and he's not able to be available as of right now, but is there a possible? There's got to be some type of percentage of him popping that Achilles. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think it's worse than what they're saying, and I don't think we're gonna see him anymore.
Okay.
I think he's gone.
I'm gonna live on the other side of the optimism glass. I think it's not worse. I think everything is precautionary.
Yeah.
I think the Celtics did what they needed to do to get the rotation of the bigs in this game. I think they had the ability to rotate them in there. And when I scroll down and I scroll up and I look at, you know, what B.A.M. Adebayo did, I mean, B.A.M, look, I mean, he took 26 shots.
Well, he had to.
And only finished with 23 points. But my point is, I thought our bigs were affecting him just a little different because he was getting different looks and different types of energies that he had to deal with.
Of course. I mean, Porzingis is a force to be reckoned with when he's around. And he wasn't that good in the series to begin with either. So
no, like he does struggle against like bigger, athletic bigs. His thing is if he could get them to come out of that paint, it just opens up the driving lanes.
Yeah.
For those point guards to get in there and score. So I get what you're saying. Like I don't know. I'm a little precautionary when it comes to him. I'm thinking more they're just going to play it safe and hope for the best. So like rest. If the Celtics could get through the next round without needing him out there, which I think if they got to play Cleveland, I think they'll be just fine because Cleveland, Jared Allen isn't playing, and I think we'll be okay against them. With
I ain't even worried. I'm looking, and that's ignorant, but I'm looking past them.
It's not ignorant, bro.
I'm looking past them. Like we're gonna either one of them teams, we can eat them up.
Okay.
That matchup is made for us.
Yeah, like even if we had to play Orlando, like you know what I'm saying. All right, so we talked about Drew Holiday. We on to Derek White, who had a second hot night, in my opinion. 8 for 13. Woo! 61.5%, bro. 61.5%. He went 5 for 10 from the 3, shot 50%. He went 4 for 5 from the free throw line. He had 6 rebounds. 6 rebounds. All right. 6 rebounds, 3 assists. He had a steal. And I thought that he was, we'll get to the player of the game, but I thought he balled out again.
Who? White?
Derek White.
Oh, yeah, of course. Why was that dude? What did he have for points?
He finished with 25.
Yeah. Well, him and Brown, they both matched points, but yeah.
Yeah, for the leading scorer. Yep. So I think Derek White. Do you feel like Derek White is finally like coming into? Okay, bro. Do you feel like Derek White is coming into like his own? Like
if he hadn't did it twice, I would say it was an anomaly, but he did it twice, and he did it in spectacular fashion. I think that we can look forward to him doing some crazy shit, crazy things. I think we just got us another weapon. I just put it that way.
All right, let's talk about Al Horford, man. Al Horford is the guy that stepped up. He finished with 8 points, missed a three, right?
Al Horford's a grown man.
Different strength. Different type of strength down there. OG strength. Triple OG strength. I thought Al Horford was definitely the breath of fresh air. And so the issue is this, right? Obviously, they're going to be off and on tonight. They're going to get some rest. I'm cool. Let Al Horford, you bring the same damn starting lineup out against whoever we play next. This is what you rock with. But you can't have Al Horford. Then I know they're not going back to back, but will Al Horford be rotated in and out and starting these games just to give him some type of rest? Because
they may have to.
That's the only thing that concerns me about
Kornet can handle it. He can handle it.
Okay. All right.
He can handle it. I think he can handle it.
All right.
He looked real good tonight. He blocked a couple of B.A.M shots.
That is true.
At least one of them. Yeah, so I think he can handle it.
That is 100% true.
I think he's ready.
Jason Tatum, 4 for 9, shot 44%, 44.4%, 2 for 4 from the 3, 50% for the 3, 6. He missed 3 free throws. 66.7% from the 3-point line. I mean, from the free throw line. But he did finish with 12 rebounds, 16 points, a block shot. He had 2 turnovers. What are your thoughts on Jason Tatum, man?
I just think he did what he had to do. I think Jason Tatum. I think White was a hot hand, and I think even Van Gundy said it. Even though I don't like to agree with him, he said it. They rode the hot hand, and I think Tatum just did whatever he needed his team to do to win. I think Tatum could score whenever he wants, and I think he just took a back seat.
Yeah, like, I mean, I know the series is over, but yeah, I think Tatum just, if he needed to do it, if he needed the ball in his hand, he would have did what he needed to do. He did have the ball. He was out there for 32 minutes, but I thought Tatum played a solid, decent game. 16 points though. You would think you would get more from Tatum, but like you said, the hot hand was Derek White shooting from the 3, and Jaylen Brown just, to me, had a dominant game inside. 11 for 19, 57.9%. He did go 1 for 7 from the 3. So Jaylen Brown was ice cold from the 3, and the dude can't make free throws. So Jaylen Brown concerns me because he does a couple of things. 1, he turns the ball over. 2, he misses these free throws. So he's getting to the line, but I guess what concerns me about Jaylen Brown is is he going to go practice free throws? Because if he's going to be the drive and attack to the basket type of a player, like, he's going to need to be able to finish either at the basket, get the and ones, and he's got to make these free throw shots, because that's not, 40%. I think there was a crazy stat where he had like 16 missed free throws like this whole series, and I'm like, dang, that's a tough number. But I'm more concerned about his turnovers because he was just doing some dumb stuff with the basketball. So it's weird watching Jaylen Brown be good and still screw up. Like you can't be good and still screw up at the same time. I know you got a headache, dog. I saw it in the chat, man. I'm trying to get through this so we can get you out of here, bro. Shout out to Harmony. She says, peace to the cipher, baby.
Hey, Harmony, how you doing?
Yo, I think JB was the best player on the court. But I can't give him the best player on the court when you turn the ball over 5 times.
No, Derek White was the best player on the court tonight, man.
Okay. Yep. Okay, it's hard. All right. Why did Jaylen Brown turn the goddamn ball over so much?
He does that a lot, man. He does that a lot.
But he hasn't been doing it. You know what I'm saying? And so all of a sudden tonight, you know what I think it was? I think tonight he said, no Porzingis. Okay.
Yeah.
And so, like, my issue with JB is there's times where you could slow the transition down and stop dribbling between 3 motherfuckers, yo. Like, at the end of the day, like, you can't dribble between 3 dudes. Maybe 2.
No.
But definitely not 3.
Yeah, they're careless turnovers, and it's I don't know, but I think with Jay, you got to take the good with the bad.
Okay, I could do that.
I think you got to take the good with the bad. You get what you get. I mean, the good out far outweighs the bad, so you just kind of it is what it is with him, man.
Yeah, I could dig that. I think that makes perfect sense. I mean, as long as he comes out with the energy and, you know, maybe shoot less threes.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're not on, because let's say this game was closer. This game would them 3-point shots. He went 1 for 7, bro. If he would have went 1 for 2, 1 for 3, 1 for 4, I'd have been cool. But 1 for 14.3. That's not even Jaylen Brown. Like he usually hit them corner threes. So he didn't have a good shooting night, but he had a good finishing night. He didn't have a good free throw night, but he still finished with 25 points.
He finished with 25 points. That's what I said. It's the good with the bad. I mean, he missed a lot, turnovers and all this, but he still finished with 25 points on a night when Tatum only gave you 16. So I feel it is what it is with him. I mean, he aggravates me. So it's amazing that the two stars on the team are the two that aggravate me the most.
I think, is that because of expectations?
My expectations had nothing to do with them.
Right.
It's my expectations and what I think they should do. So I guess, yeah, it's on me. But they work well together. But I think they can do so much more in tandem. I just think that the two of them can do so much more damage together.
But do you think because of having to share the load more, though, is the reason why it's because, look, I'm not mad at Jaylen Brown for shooting because I get it. He's trying to get into a rhythm, right? I'm not mad at Jason Tatum for shooting because he's trying to get into a rhythm. I get upset at the type of shots they take. If you wide open and you miss, I'm okay with that. I can live with that because it was the right shot. But if you're trying to shoot over two people
and leaning all the way back,
off balance, like New Balance, know what I'm saying? Like, nah, son, like get pass the ball and look to get the ball back, right? It's simple basketball. Like, rotate the ball and look to get it back. Like, these off-balance shots from the stars on the team is driving me nuts. And I'm seeing it rub off on Derek White and stuff like that. Like, cut the off-balance crap out. Just move one more pass. One more pass and let the right person. And that's what makes the Celtics deadly. If they move the ball, like, have great ball movement, somebody is gonna hit the three. Especially if you got the starting five, the whole starting five can shoot threes.
I've been saying that. That's been my whole thing, moving the ball inside, outside, to side. That's been my whole thing. And Porzingis is perfect for what they're trying to do in that regard. So, but that's been my whole thing the whole season. Not enough ball movement, moving the ball like akin to what the Warriors used to do. Back in their prime.
Yes.
There's always another pass.
Before we get to the player of the game, Celtics shot 54.5% from the floor. They were 16 for 40 from the three, so 40% from the 3-point. That's a good number, though, right? You said, that's
that's outstanding.
They missed way too many free throws. 18 for 27. So they was getting to the rack. They just couldn't make them. They just couldn't make them. But they finished this game with 65 rebounds. And when you look at what the other team did rebounding, bro, it's 31. They had more than double the rebounds.
Well, Bam down there by himself, so
I got you.
We're all over. Bam is pretty much playing. It's like Bam and a bunch of guards.
Yeah. Oh well. Who's your player of the game?
My player of the game is White. I'm sorry, he's my player of the game last game. He's my player of the game this game.
Guys in the chat, man, or in the comment section, make sure you guys like this joint. Let me know who your player of the game was. It's got to be Derek White. I thought players stepped up and played better in their roles. I didn't think Jason Tatum had a great game. Not a Tatum-esque type of game, but maybe it just wasn't dialed up or called up for that. I thought Jaylen Brown started the game off with energy, finished the game with energy. I just think he had too much energy. He did miss those the first 2 free throws he missed was coming off of that hard foul. I don't know how much fouling and getting hit and falling to the ground affects your free throw shot.
Nah, that's in his mind, man.
Okay,
He's been doing this.
I'm just saying, like, he's got to find a way to mentally get over that hurdle, like, you know. And I get it, bro. I go out there to the basketball court. I look at the free throw line. Look easy on TV. I get to that free throw line, and it's definitely a mental thing. Like, it's especially if it's something you don't do every single day. So
in
like
front of 19 or 20,000 people
that
in the free world, you know. So you know.
I'm just saying, look, I'm not giving him any excuses. All I'm saying is he's got to find a way to block all that out and just find his free throw shot. Like, if he got to go through the NBA 2K store and pick a couple different free throw like types. Find one, man. If you got to turn your feet in like Tim Duncan, like, find your free throw shot, JB. It's going to be needed, because here's the one thing I'm realizing. He's able to get to the rack and he's getting the foul calls.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's when you go to the free throw line, you ain't getting $300 million. Shit, he got hit yeah.
Technically, he not getting the 300 million yet either, but I get what you're saying. Like, it didn't kick in yet, but it's on his way. Like,
he gonna get it.
It's money in the bank. Maybe it's money in the bank. But I don't remember him ever being this bad of a free throw shooter. You?
No, that's why I said it's a mental.
So he worked on his left hand. He got better with his left hand. He got better with his left hand dribble. He could finish with his left hand, and he didn't work on the free throws.
Nope. Well, no, I told you it's mental, man. It's a block somewhere.
So how do you shake the mental block then?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
If you had a mental block, it's not. Is it like writer's block? Because I'm right. You right. Is it like having writer's block, and you got to find a way to shake the writer's block?
I don't know. It's a slump. I don't know. I don't know. I just it's a mental thing with him, man. I can't call it, bro. It's aggravating though. I'll tell you that, because in close games we're gonna need that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if this game wasn't a blowout, you know what I mean? If this game wasn't a blowout, he got to the rack 5 times. He's supposed to go 5 for 5, at least 4 for 5.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to look at his free throws.
It's 2. He went 2 for 5 according to this chart.
Well, that ain't bad. I mean, it's 40-some% or something. Yeah, but that's not bad.
It's not bad. That is terrible.
It's terrible, but I mean, at least he only missed 3. That's, I guess, because he missed more last time.
He's just missing. I think the issue is he's missing like a lot in totality. And if you're saying that it's a block, you know what I mean? Because he did hit his last 2 free throws. So he missed the first 3 and hit the last 2. Yeah. So if you're telling me it's a mental block, like, I'm a little nervous when it comes to him, because okay. Remember Hack-a-Shaq?
Well, I mean, they can't do it inside that. There's rules. We'll be fine. We'll be fine with him.
I'm just saying, teams might just start following him, knowing he can't hit free throws.
They might. He gonna have to hit them.
All right, let's get to the last point, man. All right, here we go. The Cavs or the Magic is going to be the next team that we're going to see in round 2, right? Before the Eastern Conference Finals. So what is this? The semifinals or some bull crap that they call it?
Yeah.
All right.
I hope we see the I want to see the Magic instead of the Cavs.
Okay, so talk to me, man. Like, why the Magic instead of the Cavs?
I don't know. That Donovan Mitchell. But you said Jarrett might be out.
Which means it's really not that Jarrett. The last time we played the Cavs, I felt like Jarrett had a good game.
Yeah, he did.
And it's Donovan Mitchell and it's their point guard. So, like,
yeah, but I think that having a big like Jared Allen without Porzingis, I don't like that. I don't like that. I mean, I think we could beat them, but I don't like it.
I feel like Orlando is young.
But
They got
experience, man.
they're inexperienced. They're young and experienced. They do have energy. I think if the Celtics had to play them, I want to see Orlando. That's who I want.
That's why I said I want Orlando. Yo.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm agreeing with you. Because if the Celtics had to play them, I think Orlando would get one game. They would get one. Just like the Heat got one. I think they'll get one. Right? But then the Celtics would tighten up and button up.
Yeah, we'll make it a series, but they might get two. Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not afraid of any one of these teams. I just think that you do got to deal with the Spider and Donovan Mitchell.
Yes.
You know he has the ability to go off 40-plus points every single night.
A bona fide superstar.
So he can shoot from the three. He can finish at the rim. He gets the foul calls. It's tough, right? And like I said, I forgot who their point guard is, but he's there. They got some weapons. Let me get the Cavs roster. Hold on.
Yeah, they got the Cavs is a problem, man.
Darius Garland, that was the kid I was talking about. They got Evan Mobley, and they got Max Strus, who's the Celtics killer. Literally, like he's like the Celtics assassin. I wonder why. Couldn't hit the side of a barn when he played with Boston. As soon as he left Boston, started raining threes.
Man, listen, I don't care who I say Orlando, but I mean, if I'm being honest, Cleveland's a rough matchup, man. I mean, I don't want to. We'll beat them, but I want to save some for the finals. You know what I mean? So because the finals is going to be our toughest test. So I like to have the easiest test going into that. So
I understand, and I respect that. Like that is the way of the world. Like that's kind of like how you if you're the best, you should have the easiest road to the finals, right?
Yes.
And I get that, but I'm sorry. Sometimes I want to see my team just beat the best. So whoever comes out, whoever is lined up to play against the Celtics, I just want them to beat them, period. Like, I don't care if it's Cleveland. The Celtics got to figure out how to get through 7 games with them and get it done in 4. If you get it done in 4, you ain't got to worry about 7. And you get the rest, right? So when I look at what the Celtics can do, I think they match up well against both teams. I think the easier matchup would be Orlando, but I think we need to prepare to have to face Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, and those guys, and Darius Garland from the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm not trying. If you're a Magic fan, I'm not trying to count y'all out. That's not what I'm saying. But y'all know
they're gonna lose. We're gonna play the Cleveland Cavaliers.
We're gonna have to play the Cleveland Cavaliers. And here's the good thing: they got to come to Boston first. So the Celtics just need to be rested up, healed up, and take care of business at home. First 2 games, you get the 2 lead. Celtics do not want to lose a game at home against this team. They just don't. They don't want to give them any energies. That way, when they go back to Cleveland, it's the Celtics. They take 1 in Cleveland, if that. Now they up 3-1. Come back home to Boston, close it out. It's simple. It's simple. Simple game plan. Simple. Before we dip up out of here, though, because I know you got a banging headache, and we appreciate everybody for tuning in. I do want to touch on this and get your thoughts on this. Brad Stevens is the exec of the year, and I want to get your thoughts on that because I see the face cringing up. I don't know why.
He got it. He got it. He called it. Porzingis, I don't really know much. I'm on the fence with that.
I like the Porzingis. Don't like because the Boston Celtics have been dealing with player injuries their whole career. I'd rather deal with his injuries than had to deal with the Time Lord's injuries. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's true. He was, the Time Lord was bad. And the Time Lord is not Porzingis, so.
Right, but my point is they've been dealing with injuries at the big spots for like the past 5 years. This ain't nothing new. They just, But anyway, Brad Stevens exec of the year, man. He gets a round of applause, bro. Yeah. Well deserved. Because I think you could say the best move. He traded for Derek White, right? In mid-season.
I mentioned that to you on the text too.
You did mention that to me on the text. That's why feel free to talk about it. Like that was probably one of his greatest moves. And we've seen him make moves.
Yeah.
Like then he what's the kid that was a Celtic, light skin? I want to say his name Evan something. Fournier. Evan Fournier.
Yeah, yep.
He made that move. It didn't quite work out.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And then when he became a free agent, I think he signed with the Knicks. And I don't even know if he still plays in the league. But
yeah,
like we see Brad making moves.
He makes some baller moves. He makes some. Who knew he was the heir apparent to Danny Ainge? I didn't see that one coming, man.
No one did. I don't think anybody did. He was coaching at the time, and I don't think anybody saw him switch to the front office, drop from the coaching, hire two good coaches, right?
Yeah.
Udoka, and then we got Joe Mazzulla. So I think Brad Stevens is doing a damn good job in Boston as far as like just scouting talent. And look at the coaches he helped put around the young Joe Mazzulla, right? You got Sam Cassell in there. You got some other dogs in there, guys that have great vision. That's one that they were champions. And so that's all Brad. Like that's all Brad building the infrastructure and then literally finding ways to pay these players, right? Getting them Dan to go into like getting those guys to go into whatever, finding a way to pay them and keeping the unit together and building around the Jays. I don't know how hard that is, but it sounds extremely difficult. It's probably on some calculus 3 bullshit.
Yeah.
And he getting it done.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
He's getting it done.
Yeah, I'm happy with him, man. I'm happy with Brad, and I think that I think he ain't done yet, man. I think he's gonna do some more stuff.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Real quick before we dip up out of here, if we play the Cavs, what's the series matchup? If we play the Magic, what's the series matchup?
We play the Cavs with Allen playing. It's going to be a hard matchup. It's going to be a hard sell for Horford.
But where do you have the Celtics going? That's what I meant to ask you. 4-1, 4-0, 4-2. 4-2 against the Cavs. What about the Magic?
4-1.
All right, I'm going 4-0 against the Magic and 4-1 against the Cavs. That's our predictions, man. Listen, y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Celtics Green Podcast. We appreciate you. Make sure you check out some of those game simulations I'm doing, the NBA 2K24 game simulations where the computer plays each other. It's crazy because the computer against the Heat went 4-1. Like, no lie. Like, that's how it went. So the new series will be starting once I figure out who the Celtics are going to be playing. I'll make sure I'll do those NBA simulations, and we'll be back for the next game, man. Y'all stay up there, man. Celtics Green all day, every day is different here. Let's keep it moving. We out. Peace. Peace.